Well, today was interesting. Had a probable cause hearing. Um, Little disappointed in myself, but at the same time, I've got some peace of mind, and I'm content with the plea bargain um, that was offered, and I went ahead and accepted it. Um, so, I guess this is a disclosure as far as the right to travel issue, where I got myself hemmed up for that failure to show ID driver's license thing. But they did drop the two felony counts of resisting. That was never should have happened. They dismissed the registration violation and the DNA that they demanded as a result of the felonious or felony arrests. So anyways, it was pretty nasty, and they gave me a deal, no jail time, some probation. They'll take it down to a misdemeanor and dismiss all the initial arrest charges. So I was content with that because pick and choose your battles. In this battle, I've had a lot of good victories, especially if I look back at some of the most current and most important court cases to me in my life. That they have extreme victory. And it's not because of me, it's because of the creator that established the law to begin with. And I'm thankful that I was able to understand it at that point in time. So with today, I had to enter the plea. I could have fought it, and we could have bickered and argued, but there were some nice points that the prosecutor, admitted that it's just basically two different interpretations. So with this battle being done and it's behind me now, I go for sentencing April 25th. The most I can get is 93 days, but I don't think I'm going to get that. I think everybody understood that I was traveling, not driving. I definitely made that very clear to the record, even after I pled guilty to, and the things that I'll take accountability for is my actions. I definitely am guilty of not presenting my driver's license when the officer asked me for it. And I'm definitely guilty of not getting out of the automobile and his version vehicle. I'm definitely guilty of that, and I didn't feel safe. He didn't feel safe, so it was kind of a stalemate situation. So when his sergeant did show up on site, she asked me to get out of the vehicle, and I did. So, if you want to talk about resisting an obstruction, okay, I guess I should have showed my driver's license. I was more concerned about implied consent, which means when you voluntarily do what the individual asks you to do, it's complied consent. And if you don't consent, then go get a warrant. But, pick and choose your battles. Like I said, there were two other different court cases that came out 100% on top in the right. So everything's been justified with those two cases. So those are great victories. So 2-1. Two victories, one loss, or tiebreaker. But at any rate, that's the status. I'm a little disappointed because, had this been a misdemeanor charge from the beginning, I probably would have taken it all the way to a higher appellate court. But I will say that I learned some things, and I do know that there's still potency, and it's still there. You just have to be a little more correct. Trial and error, I guess. Lesson learned. Always be prepared to show some type of identification, even, I guess, if it's a driver's license, and just be careful with the words you use. There's traveling and there's driving. Driving is commercial goods, transporting a person or property. Traveling from point A to point B for personal conveyance is a completely different thing, and it's a God-given right. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. No victim, no crimes.